Hello, Dave West here. Thanks for hitting the play button on our How to Cook Chili con Carne with our Magic Chili Dust video. This chili has a relatively quick cook time. It cooks in 30 to 40 minutes, and heat-wise, it's pretty mild. But I did that on purpose because, well, quite frankly, some people can't take the spice. But no worries, we have a fix for that. We have the afterburner. I'll show you that here in just a second. Now, let's get to the ingredients. Starting off, we have 1 pound of extra lean 4% ground beef. We just like to eat as healthy as we can whenever we can. So whenever we can, we get the leaner cuts. It's a package of lean ground pork. It's a little bit more than a pound, but no big deal. For us, the more the merrier. Now you can use any type of meat you like say a ground turkey, but keep in mind you might have to add a little bit more seasoning as ground turkey is a little on the bland side. Now to thicken the chili, we have 3 tablespoons of corn masa flour combined with 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Now if you just have the chili powder and you don't have the kit, no worries. You don't need to run out and buy a bag of corn masa flour. You can simply take a couple of handfuls of corn chips, crumble them up, toss them in the early cooking stages. They'll dissolve and give the chili the corn flavor it needs. But you still will need the 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour with a little water to thicken it up. Oh, and the chips are salty, so you might want to wait till the end of the cooking process, which is what I do, to taste for seasoning, because if it's over-salted, it's over-salted. We can't get rid of that. Now for the acidic side. We have 2.5 tablespoons of distilled white vinegar, along with 1 6-ounce can of tomato paste. That brings us to the chili dust. Such an awesome smell. It's so warm. As I mentioned, it's a very mild heat-wise chili. Again, that was done on purpose, but to fix that, we have the afterburner. Here we have some ground chili arbol, or you could use cayenne pepper and just add the heat to your desire. Wrapping up, we have 1 32-ounce box of beef stock. This gives it a nice rich base to start off with. Well, I think that's it. Buckle up those taste buds, let's hit the stove. Okay, so to start with, meat in the pot. Starting off with a medium to high heat. We like our chili not too chunky for our chili dogs, because that's what we're having tonight, chili dogs. Chili dog coming. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the beef broth in with the meat and start breaking that up. If you like your chili chunky, then just go ahead and brown it up in the pot and then add your stock. But again, we're doing chili dogs. And for that, we like not chunky chili. Okay, now that that's broken down pretty good, I'll get a plate over here to put my stuff on. In goes the chili powder, the vinegar, and the tomato paste. And then once this comes up to a boil, here in just a few minutes, we'll add the thickener, and then she just needs to cook enough to cook the flour flavor out. And it's chili dog time. Okay, let's stir all that in. Okay, now that that's all combined, we just let it come up to a boil, and again, we'll add the thickener to it. Stand by. Okay, so I've combined the thickener with some water, kind of like around 1/3 of a cup, but see if you can see the consistency here in the overhead can. It's like a thick milk or a really thin pancake batter. So in adding this, we're going to use a whisk and we're going to stir it in. If you were to just pour it in, you'll probably wind up with some dumplings. So we're going to start stirring, and we're only going to add part of it, not all of it. So here's where you get to be your own chef. How chunky do you like your chili? How thick do you like your chili? How spicy do you like your chili? It's all up to you. So we're going to stir this up a little bit. I think we're going to go a little thicker. So when it thickens, like you're seeing here, that's what it's going to stay like. Meaning, it's not going to get thicker like in a minute. It'll get thicker if you keep cooking it and reduce it. I think we're going to add the rest of it. Stir all that up in there. There we go. So now this needs to cook for, another 10 minutes at least. Again, to cook out that flour taste. We're going to turn the heat down because it's going to want to burn and stick to the bottom. We're going to stir it every couple minutes. In fact, usually what I do at this point is I just kind of hang out here and give it a few stirs, but in about 10 minutes she'll be done. And it'll thicken up again as it cooks, and it'll thicken up overnight in the fridge as well. But if it does, you can just add a little water to it. And then obviously if you would like it a little bit thicker, just mix up a little bit more, even just flour would be fine, with a little bit of water, and toss that in there, and it'll tighten it up, thicken it up a little bit more. Alrighty, we're getting close. I think it's time for that first preliminary taste test. And look at the color. Look at the color on this. And the smell. Oh, it just smells so good. It smells so good and so warm. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh man, that's out of sight. Oh, that's good. I can taste the corn, the chili, there's all the seasonings and everything. Oh, okay. I think it could use just a pinch of salt. I'm going to hold off on the afterburner. I think it could use a little more chili dust. Let me find that. This is why we gave you guys a little extra, because you never know. Oops. Let me use the whisk on that. And you could just keep adding more chili dust to the, again, you get it to where you like it. I think I'm going to give it another taste for acid. I think I'm good with that. If you would like a little bit more acid, just add a little bit more vinegar. Yeah, I mean, there you go. That's the chili. So we're going to turn it off. As it cools a little bit, it'll thicken up a little bit. I mean, we can't eat it this hot on our chili dogs. And it'll tighten up a little bit on it. But anyhow, again, thanks so much for hitting the play button and checking it out. Please let us know what you think. Was the video easy to follow? Actually, any thoughts you have would be great. But most of all, did you like the chili? Alrighty then. Well, tune in for more videos. We're going to do some videos showing you other stuff you could make once you have the chili. And those are some really cool dishes. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.